And I open the floor to requests and story suggestions. Have you been to Italy before?
I have.
You have? Well, it hands down is my favorite place in the whole world thus far to tour. I really enjoy touring in Italy, and I really enjoy touring the small towns in Italy more than the big cities.
That's the way it sounded.
I mean it. But I only know that because we tried to tour there during the off-season, when apparently there's an on-season and there's an off-season. If you tour there in the middle of the summer, they don't have air conditioning, so a lot of the clubs, they close down. So you end up playing a lot of these coastal restaurants. Woe is me.
Yeah.
It's so rough. I mean, you're not playing the proper clubs. You're playing a coastal restaurant where they feed you to death.
And they don't give you the.
And they put you up at some.
Deli tray, so
Yeah, you don't get.
They give you like a full proper meal.
A full proper meal. There's ocean air.
Right.
I mean, the people may or may not be paying attention, but who gives a shit? You're in Italy, you know, playing your jams. But we went this last spring. We went to play a Towns Van Zant festival. You guys have to take this in. Take in this festival. Take it in. Really listen to what I'm about to explain to you. It was a Towns Van Zant tribute festival. There were 34 performers. 34 performers. 34 of us. In a small theater that sat maybe 300 people, about 350. 34 performers from all over the world. We all played one or two songs. There were Towns Van Zant songs in maybe 10 different languages at least, from people all over the world. Towns Van Zant songs, different. 34 performers. Do you know how many people came to this festival, one night festival? About 200 people. 34 performers from all over the world. There were about 200 people in this little theater. The show was about 4 hours long. It was an there were so many, I can't tell you how, there were so many changes, and that was, I mean, it was in this little community theater, and then there was this big, huge mess hall, which was also part of the community theater, that some local little mom and pop restaurant catered, and dinner was included and fed about 300 of us after this festival, this 4-hour gig, and the dinner was about 6 hours long. There were 4 courses, there were 2 dessert courses, there was so much wine, and it was crazy. I don't know what these people paid for a ticket, but apparently it was the 2nd annual Towns Van Zant festival in this small town in Italy, and I will do it every year of my life if I can. So I wrote a soft rock opera called Runaway's Diary, and it was based on this real true story of my life when I ran away from Detroit to Chicago. Here, I ran away here when I was 14. I didn't. Thank you. But I don't know. This would have been like maybe 91. When I was 14, I think it was like 1991. Do you remember, does anyone here remember what your train station / bus station terminal looked like here?
Oh, the Greyhound Depot?
Yeah. It was the Greyhound / train station / there was a McDonald's and a Burger King inside, and some gift shops, and little TVs you could put quarters in and watch MASH.
And that country music bar in the basement.
I was probably too young to go there. I didn't go there, but I did take a Greyhound bus to run away from home to Chicago, and I got here, and I thought this Shel Silverstein poem was going to unfold, and I'd meet a band of other kids, and we would start this rock and roll band, and my whole life was going to just be this big, magical, amazing thing, and what happened was I was getting solicited for a lot of prostitution and weird sex, and I had a mohawk and an army jacket, and I looked like a quintessential runaway, and I ended up sleeping in the bathroom for days, and it was terrible, and I watched a lot of MASH, and I ate a lot of Burger King, and I ended up getting caught. And anyway, long story short, well, caught. It was like, is your name Amy? And I was like, yes. So I wasn't really getting caught, but it was a bad story. But anyway, so I wrote a record called Runaway's Diary that's based on that adventure, and I covered a Townes Van Zandt song on it. So fortunately, I got to play that festival because I recorded the song on a record. Blah, blah, blah.
Upstairs, they're getting hungry. You can shout the wind about how it could be. You can clench your fist and shake your head and head out to the country.